When Indian billionaire industrialist Arvind Malhotra died peacefully at age 78, his lawyers expected a standard division of assets. Instead, his entire 2,300 crore rupee fortune vanished overnight. No offshore accounts, no hidden vaults, and no trusted relatives knew a thing. His final will offered no beneficiaries. It contained exactly one sentence: "The person who deserves my fortune is the one who truly understands how I thought." The police spent 6 months turning the estate upside down and found absolutely nothing. That's when Detective Guddu arrives. The estate lawyer warns him that 10 specific challenges remain unsolved, and so far no one has made it past the first few. The first obstacle is a luxury watch permanently stopped at 8:17. Investigators naturally assumed this marked the exact time of Malhotra's death, but Guddu notices the watch itself works perfectly. The crown has been manually pulled out to freeze the hands. He reasons that if you want to record the time of death, you write it down. You only freeze a watch if the numbers 817 represent something else. He heads straight to the mansion's private archive and locates locker 817. Malhotra's entire strategy relies on exploiting assumptions. The police failed because they accepted the obvious answer, a stopped watch, instead of questioning why the crown was deliberately pulled out. Inside that locker sits a leather-bound book. Every single page is entirely blank, except for page 143, which contains one sentence: "Truth always faces the sunrise." Guddu doesn't look for a metaphorical sunrise. He walks into the mansion's study early the next morning and waits. As the sun crests the horizon, a beam of light hits a specific spot on an antique globe, illuminating exactly one country, Switzerland. He pops the hollow globe open. Inside, he finds a small wooden chessboard. Every piece is set up normally, except for a single black knight, which is sitting upside down. Looking closely at the base of that knight, Guddu spots tiny, repetitive scratches in the wood. Someone has moved this specific piece hundreds of times. He pulls the knight off the board and extracts a tiny USB drive hidden in its base. The environmental details are yielding to physical observation. Rather than trying to outthink a riddle, Guddu looks for literal signs of human interaction: sunlight angles and scratched wood. The USB drive holds a single file, a family photograph. But zooming in, Guddu notices everyone in the picture is looking directly at the camera lens, except for Malhotra, who is staring off to the side. Guddu positions himself in the exact room where the photo was taken. By following that eye line through a specific window, his gaze lands on an old, massive banyan tree in the courtyard. Carved right into the rough bark of the trunk are the characters 6L2. Guddu bypasses the search for GPS coordinates and treats the carving as a manual for the immediate area. He scans the ground and counts exactly 6 large stones circling the roots. He walks over to the second large stone, lifts it, and uncovers a tarnished brass key. Malhotra built this sequence to force the investigator to step exactly where he stepped and look exactly where he looked. It requires merging a memory captured in a digital photo with the physical space of the estate. That brass key fits an antique safe in the mansion. Inside, there's no cash. There's only a single playing card resting on the shelf: the Ace of Diamonds. The single card looks like a mistake until Guddu notices the surrounding room. The walls are lined with trophies for regional bridge tournaments, and a nearby cabinet holds decades of leather-bound scorebooks. He begins searching for a specific match. In the notebook for match 204, a handwritten sentence cuts across the page: "Only honest people look underneath." Guddu takes the instruction literally. He flips the entire notebook upside down and pries back the binding. Tucked underneath the back cover is an unused train ticket with a destination printed on it: Jaipur. Malhotra designed this to test character as much as logic. The act of looking underneath requires a level of literal-minded honesty that the greedy would overlook. Guddu travels to Jaipur and locates the railway locker tied to the ticket. Inside sits a single envelope containing 10 old 10 rupee notes. This diagram illustrates the serial numbers on those bills. They look completely random at a glance. But if we isolate the final digit on each note and extract them in order, a 10-digit sequence emerges: 417285639. This discovery is a communication link, not a cash value. Guddu dials the number and reaches Malhotra's retired architect. The old man laughs, hands Guddu one final envelope, and delivers the 10th instruction. The treasure was never buried. The entire physical trek to Jaipur was a decoy. The final portal demands abandoning the physical hunt entirely and looking at the inheritance from a completely new conceptual angle. Guddu returns to where the investigation started, the mansion study. He stands in the room and reevaluates the one object that the lawyers, the police, and he himself had ignored from day one, the original will itself. The lawyer had framed the single-sentence document and hung it on the wall. Guddu takes it down and examines the wood. The frame casing is unusually thick. He pries off the back panel. Stuffed inside the hollow space are tightly folded property documents. While the authorities searched for offshore accounts, the fortune remained hidden in the text of legal property deeds. These documents prove ownership of 41 forgotten warehouses on the edge of the city, land that has appreciated to over 2,300 crore rupees. Malhotra secured his fortune in mundane legal ownership, making the ultimate misdirection a matter of public record that no one bothered to read. The billionaire's will never named an heir because the entire process was a vetting system. He wanted someone with the patience and observation skills required to navigate his mind, specifically to find a person qualified to oversee his vast charitable foundation. Guddu refuses to claim the land for himself. Instead, he hands the documents directly over to the court, fulfilling the legal conditions to transfer the 2,300 crore rupees into Malhotra's registered education and healthcare trust. Those warehouse deeds are liquidated, and the massive influx of capital goes straight into funding a network of new schools and state-of-the-art medical facilities. The 2,300 crore rupees was a tool. The real triumph of this investigation is watching sharp, analytical intelligence outmaneuver basic human greed. So, let's test your observation skills. Which of these moments first revealed the location of the real fortune? Was it the stopped watch, the family photo, the ace of diamonds, or the unusually thick picture frame? Let us know in the comments.